Hello, everybody, and welcome to Ritter Arena on the University of Minnesota campus in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I'm Lisa Senepal, excited to bring you this JWHL hockey game between the Eastman Selects and the NAHA Reds. As the teams get ready to take the ice and drop the puck, we look forward to an exciting matchup between both teams. Eastman Selects coming into tonight's game have number 30 in between the posts, and that is Ronnie Rempel. She will be between the pipes for the Selects tonight. And for the NAHA Red, in between their pipes is number 35, Sandra Poneth. As the Selects quickly take it, push it into the NAHA zone. NAHA works to clear the zone, pushes it deep into neutral, as it gets chased down by number 22 of the Selects, Lauren Warkington. Warkington is a great player, great leader on her team, and helps lead aggressive play in most every game. As the Selects work it up the right side, a little shot towards goal by number 19, Michaela Ham. Gets deflected away by Poneth. As they fight for control up on the right side, it gets dumped in deep behind the NAHA's zone and flicked back out towards center. But it's taken away by number 21, Taylor Joyol, who is able to tries to take it towards center goal, but is not able to put a shot on the goal. As they fight for control of it on the sideboards. Selects finally trying to get it off the sideboards. Quick pass to the top of the key to Enns. Enns tries to put a shot towards goal, but it's deflected away to the right. Enns knocks it down, pokes it towards the goal again, but it doesn't go anywhere. As NAHA picks it up, it's knocked down by Slexman, and here comes Enns trying to put another shot. Decides to take it back around, tries a shot, and it goes up high over the net and hits the safety netting, so we will have a stoppage in play. So our first stoppage in play comes here at 14 minutes and 56 seconds in the first period, and we will see the face-off on the NAHA side. Sandra Poneth, coming into today's game, has a record of 1 wins, 0 losses, 0 ties, 8 shots on goal with a save average of 1%. As the Selects try to work it back towards the NAHA zone, dump it in deep, but it's taken back by NAHA. Pushed up to number 6, Anna Stanton. Can't keep control of it. And it's back into the neutral zone. Back to Enns. Enns tries to dump it in deep, but the Selects number 7, Phillip, is there to break it up. Enns number 3 has it again. Dumps it over to number 16, Emily Grossman, who tries to push it forward to Phillip, but it gets caught up in traffic, and NAHA's able to clear it back out towards the neutral zone. Here comes number 13 on the far side, Emily Preve. She tries to work towards goal. Quick shot towards goal, gets deflected away by number 30, Ronnie Rempel, in the goal tonight. So we will see the face-off come back over to the neutral zone early here in the first period. Coming into tonight's game, between the posts, Ronnie has a record here. Oh, we'll bring that record to you in just a second. As the Selects work it into the corner, trying to center it back in front of the goal. Pushes it back out to Workington at the top of the key. Workington, shot pass over, wide shot and slamming in towards the net for number 21, Taylor Joyal, but it goes just wide right. As it goes back towards the select zone, Ronnie Rempel coming into tonight's game has a record of 1 win, 0 losses, 0 ties. And a 1% save percentage. As it's taken up and quick shot towards the goal by number 12, Emily Markowski. But it goes just wide over the top of the net. Shot towards the goal. Nice shot by number 19, Nikki Legou, but cannot get it there. As we have a stoppage in play as the net works itself off of the posts. So both goalies have very similar records coming into tonight's game. If you thought I maybe said the same thing twice, I actually did not. They are both currently have 1 loss, 1 win, 0 losses, and 0 ties, and a 1% save. As we get a missed drop, and we'll see the puck drop again here. And a quick shot towards goal gets wristed out. Shot towards goal by number 2, Via Graves, is grabbed out of the air by Rempel. And we'll see another face-off here on the Selects end. As they work it behind their goal, trying to push it back out towards neutral. Picked up by NAHA and pushed back in deep. Coming into today's game, as it's quickly covered up there by Rempel. We'll see another droppage on the Eastman's side. Coming into tonight's game, the Eastman Selects have outscored their opponents by a total of 3-2. As they fight for control of it on the sideboards, gets flipped up towards neutral. Broken up by NAHA, flipped in deep by Grossman. And it looks like we'll have an offsides penalty. That'll bring it back to the neutral zone for our first drop. As NAHA comes away with the puck, pushing it up the left side, dumping it in deep is number 55, Blue Fancy, for the NAHA Reds. As it gets swung around into the corner, both teams working to try to get it off of the boards. Dump back towards the top of the key, ends, gets it, tries to dump it back in for Fancy. Fancy chasing it around behind, can't get to it in time. As the Slexman is there, as they work to push it back out towards neutral. It's kept in, though, by number 25, Sonia Bornson, for the NAHA Reds. As Dundas tries to help get it off the sideboards. Working in there, trying to get it off. Fancy finally gains control of it. Flips it over to number 3, Katie Casicco, for the NAHA Red, who passes it up to Bornson. Bornson decides to dump it in deep as NAHA makes a quick line change. Skating hard after it is number 12, Ellie Markskovsky. Is unable to connect as it's over to Slexman Grossman, who pushes it up the sideboards. Number 4, Bonifacio pushes it forward to, can't quite see that number as they're trying to work it off the boards. Tosh is in there trying to get it off, as is Lasuk. Finally comes off by Workington. Workington working towards the net, up the left side, trying to put it on the goal. Tries a little reverse, doesn't quite get in there as Lasuk takes it out from behind the net. Works it back up towards the top of the key to Joyle. Joyle, quick shot towards the net, goes wide left. As Workington's in the corner there, along with Stosky, trying to work it up. Lasuk goes skating hard after it. It goes over to JWHL. Can't connect as Tosh tries to keep it in the zone, but it's cleared from the zone by number 34 of the NAHA Reds, Bruner. And the Slexman will take it back in their zone and set it up again. Long cross the ice pass goes off the stick as Workington tries to work it again. But number 9 for NAHA, Kenita Cooper, gets in the way and breaks that pass up. And here comes Sleckman trying to cross ice pass. Does not connect as they nail it back towards neutral zone. As it gets pushed up the ice. And Markowski is there trying to force it towards the NAHA red zone. Dumped back for NAHA. NAHA flings it forward. Good pass to number 13 as she goes up. Privy, quick shot towards goal, goes wide left. As Privy got the pass on the breakaway. Another quick shot towards goal. Another quick shot towards goal. Those two shots coming by number 42, Anna Gallagher, who had a chance at it, as well as Emily Preve, who got a rebound on it. But they were both deflected away by Rempel, who didn't let anything through. As NAHA picks it up behind their own goal. Slings it around, trying to work it out. Grossman trying to get control of it. NAHA pushes it out. Christensen trying to keep it in. Goes over to the Phillip. Phillip, quick shot towards goal. Gets patted away there by opponent. As it's picked up by Legru, who brings it out from behind the boards. Pass forward into the neutral zone. Dribbles over the blue line. Skating hard towards the net is number 34, Sydney Bruner. Good try there, but it got deflected off towards left. Rebound also tried to go in, but did not go. As Phillip tries to flip it back towards neutral. Tosh is in there as well, trying to break it up. Finally gets flipped towards NAHA end. And icing is waved off. Reversed back around to Fancy. Fancy trying to bring it forward, but it gets stolen by Slexman. Slexman trying to centering pass just off the stick. Workington trying to work it back behind the net. Brings it up on the right side. Trying a centering pass over to Tosh. Goes just wide and into the corner. Slex still trying to work it towards the net. This is not how it works to clear the zone. Pushing it towards neutral, but it's picked off by Lasuk. Lasuk coming towards the net. Shot towards goal goes wide right. As NAHA works to clear their zone. But Lasuk's in control of it behind the net as it gets stolen by NAHA. Pushed up wide and through the neutral zone. And we will have icing by NAHA, so that'll bring it back into the Reds' side of the rink, where we will drop the puck. Taking a look at this U16 division, many of these girls are playing to try to work their way into the U19, under 19 division. So for many of them, this is a great stepping stone as they continue to improve on their skills and learn the game of hockey. NAHA works it out from behind, works it into the neutral zone, but it gets caught up by Workington. Trying to clear it, cannot. Still being chased down. So it flips up in the corner and over the net. We'll have a stoppage in play as we get another puck. And there's one for the fans. So with 5 minutes and 46 seconds left here in the first period, we still have a score of 0-0. Workington flings it back behind the goal. JWHL looking to send it out. Tries to send it to Lasuk. Can't quite get there as it's picked off by NAHA. NAHA looking to make something happen. flings it up in there, but it's batted down by Select. As they fight for control of it on the near side boards. Lasuk trying to get in there. JWHL trying to get in there. And it's finally brought back out to neutral by Tosh. And it gets flipped out of bounds there. As we will see another face-off in the neutral zone. We want to thank the JWHL, the Junior Women's Hockey League, for coming to Minnesota. I know they usually play on the East and the West Coast, but we appreciate them coming to hang out in the Midwest with us here for a little bit and share some good hot dish. As it's worked up the right side, skating hard towards the corner. Trying to get it out of the corner. Finally, NAHA comes away with it. Swinging it around. Trying to centering pass, but it gets knocked away and flung back deep into the corner. Centering pass again, just goes wide of the net. As Ham tries to keep it in there. Sleckman trying to work it out of their own zone. Grossman slings it towards neutral. As it gets stuck on the side. Finally knocked away. Enns has it into the neutral, but gets knocked down. Great physicality from both teams as they fight for it. Mason right in front trying to defend. Breaks that up. Quick shot towards in. Doesn't go anywhere, and it's picked up by Grossman. Grossman off the side boards. Forward pass up to Monroe. Monroe up the right side. Reversal, but nobody there as it's taken by Lefbry. Lefbry all by herself, skating in 1-on-4. Can't make anything happen. But it's picked up by number 4, Delaney Bonifico, who tries to make something happen. Still can't quite get in a clear lane. They're still fighting for control of it behind the net. Quick centering pass, gets knocked away. NAHA still with it, tries to send it in deep towards the net. Another quick shot on goal by number 12, Ellie Marskova, but it gets batted away by Rempel. Sent back deep into the NAHA zone. NAHA working it out from beyond their own goal line. It's taken away by Phillip. Phillip trying to work towards the goal. No can do as it gets knocked towards the near side. Working up the left side and off the glass. It gets flipped up by number 12, Ellie Markowski. The Sleckmen quickly get it and send it back deep into the NAHA zone. As NAHA skates back towards neutral with it. Long pass gets intercepted by number 3, Enns. Enns looking to set something up as she tries to get out of her own zone. Decides to take it out from behind the goal line. Sending it forward over to number 11, Stoski. Just goes off of her skates as NAHA is able to gain control of it again. NAHA tries to flip it in, but it gets knocked down by Enns. Enns not having any of it. Long pass over to Stoski. Doesn't go anywhere, and it gets flipped up and out of bounds. So we'll see a quick stoppage here in play. So with 1:54 left in the first period, we have a score of 0-0. As they work it off the near sides back into the neutral zone. Jumped in. Here comes NAHA trying to work it up the middle. Can't quite get there as it goes just beyond the stick and goes into the corner. Picked up by Purdom. Flipped over to Dinnan. Dinnan passing it up to Tosh. Tosh dumps it in deep and Eastman make a quick line change. Workington trying to keep it in the zone, cannot. Ham trying to work it from the neutral zone back into NAHA zone, knocks it back in there. NAHA is able to clear back into neutral. Trying to send it deep into Sleckmans. Here comes Workington, skating hard after it, taking it behind the net, little reversal. And she decides to forward pass over to Mason. It goes just off Mason's stick and is taken away by number 41, Lefbray. Number 4, Bonifacio has it as she tries to come up the left side with it. Can't make anything happen. Sleckman trying to clear the zone. NAHA still working it in, trying it. Nothing open. Decide to pass it up over to the top of the key. To Slate. Slate has it, shots it towards goal, doesn't go anywhere. This gets passed over and have another shot towards goal by Bonifacio. And that one goes high over the crossbar. Gets dumped in deep to the NAHA zone. And is chased down by Enns. Goes back up to the top of the key. Little shot towards goal for number 5, Dundas. And that is the end of the first period. So at the end of the first period, the goal score is tied 0-0. We will take a short break and continue here for the continuation of this JWHL game. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Ritter Arena in Minneapolis, Minnesota on the University of Minnesota campus as we get ready to start the second period. Puck drops and quickly gets shot over by NAHA, but Sleckman working it out of their, trying to work it out of their zone, gets it stuck between the refs and the board. Sleckman are finally able to work it forward. As it gets flinged forward over to Stosky. Stosky can't capitalize, and NAHA works to bring it out. Here comes Bonifacio. Trying to work it up, pass over to Purdom. Purdom with a little forward pass, dumps it back over to Purdom. Lasuk has it. Trying to make something happen, nobody there. But here comes Lasuk up the left side. Dumps it in deep to the NAHA zone. As skating after it is number 11, Kim Slate. Ice puck is on the sides there, so trying to get it off. Finally comes off the sideboards there. Trying to work it free in there is Michaela Ham, but she gets hung up and it gets poked over to the other corner. Over at the top of the key, quick shot towards goal by number 22, Lauren Workington. Gets deflected away by Ponanth. Another quick shot towards goal. Another quick shot towards goal. Two great tries there. Two great looks for Workington. She was able to get her own rebound and try to send it again towards the net. but Ponanth right on top of it, not letting anything through. As they work to clear it off the side, and Sleckman worth to center it up. NAHA clears it back into neutral, but it's stolen by Sleckman. Looking for a shot, dumps it back to Enns, and sending it towards goal. And quickly covered up, Enns sends it in there. Dundas was all over it as well. Number 5, Paige Dundas, tried to poke it in, but could not do that. It was quickly covered up by number 35, Sandrine Ponanth. So we'll see a face-off coming here on the Reds' side with 14 minutes and 46 seconds left here to play in the second period. Shot towards goal by Enns, just goes wide left. Dundas working into the corner, can't keep a hand on it. Enns trying to keep it in the goal. There's Philippe working for it, sends it back behind, goes to Dundas. Dundas centering pass to Christensen. Christensen shot towards goal, gets deflected off to the right. Christensen again goes past her stick. Enns gets it. Enns quick passes over across. Over to number 16, Grossman. Grossman tries to send it towards net, but it goes wide to the left. Quick centering pass goes shot high. Christensen flips it towards goal, and it's gloved out of the air by Ponanth. A great series there. Great passing by the Eastman Selects, as they had several opportunities to put it towards the goal. They got deflected away and ultimately gloved out of the air. As NAHA works to clear the zone, pushes it back up into neutral. NAHA trying to get back into the select zone. Cannot do so, and we get an offsides call here. So that will bring it back to the neutral zone. This gets pushed back towards neutral, sent in deep by Lasuk. Chasing after it is number 8, Alex Tosh. Trying to get it out of the corner there. Finally flinged back to the top. Workington trying to work it in, but it gets pushed off by NAHA. And number 34 for the NAHA Reds, Sydney Bruner, dumps it deep into the zone. We'll get icing call, and that will bring it back over to the NAHA side. We want to take a moment to let everybody know that this is the 10th anniversary year of the JWHL. We're excited that we've been around 10 years. We want to thank all the fans, friends, family, relatives, sponsors, referees, and players for making the first 10 years amazing. We look forward to our next 10 years as well to be even better. As it's worked back into the neutral, here comes Selects. Quick shot towards goal by number 18. Monroe goes high over the post. Bringing it back in. Ham passes it back. Gets dumped in deep by Purdom. As Monroe fights for control with it, along with Cooper in the corner. Couple quick shot towards goal, get deflected away. Ham, another quick shot towards goal, gloved by Ponanth. A nice cover up right there. Lots of activity going around the net, but Ponanth was able to keep her head on a swivel and stop that one from going in. Want to thank all the announcers and tech crew who have been working with us all weekend to help bring you all of these games live, streaming on YouTube. They've been putting in many long hours. We appreciate their hard work and dedication to be able to bring you this quality product. So with just under 13 minutes here in the second period, Sleckman worked to try to center it up. Quick shot towards goal, gets deflected by NAHA. NAHA pushing it towards neutral. As Gallagher brings it up the side. Chasing it down is number 16, Grossman. Grossman pushing it back towards neutral. Flips it up to Philippe. As it's stuck on the sideboards and they work to get it clear, we'll get a stoppage here and we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone. So with 1 period down, we still have no penalties in this game, and we are tied at 0-0. Want to give a shout out to Zach Neubauer, our fabulous TV tech here over at the Ritter Arena. He's been keeping us on air and streaming all weekend long. His technical know-how and expertise keeps everybody happy, and good stuff coming your way. As they fight to get it off the near boards, gets pushed back into the neutral zone by NAHA. NAHA can't hang onto it, and here comes Workington. Workington trying to work inside, goes just a little fast. Has to take it back behind the net. Gets flipped up and out of play. It's about the 3rd or 4th one that we've seen flipped up and out of play so far. Just goes to show that these two teams are playing very hard, not wanting to give an inch either way. And the competitiveness is very, very high during this game. As the puck is dropped, Selects come away with it. Looking to make something happen. Gets tripped up, and NAHA tries to work to clear the zone. But it goes over to Marcone. Marcone dumps it back in deep as Lesuc goes after it, but it gets passed around over to NAHA. Gets sent forward to number 13, Priv. Priv bringing it up the left side, sending it towards the net, but it goes wide. Gets deflected as they work for it in the corner. Finally off the sideboards, over to the top of the key. Thinking about taking the shot, nothing there. Back over to the top of the key. Quick flick towards net by number 11 of the NAHA Reds. That's Kim Slate. Is not able to make anything happen as it goes back into the NAHA zone. Selects great opportunity right there in front, but gets batted away by the NAHA defender. Lesuc working in there with Ham. Ham tries to send towards net, but it bounces off Lesuc. Lesuc again tries to send it towards neutral. Goes a little bit too far. And the Eastmen have to bring it out again. NAHA trying to send it back towards neutral. Gets caught up in the ref skates. Big shot towards net. And batted away. That shot towards net by number 16, Emily Grossman. Another big shot towards net by Enns, number 3. It goes just wide right. As the Selects worked to put shots on goal and get the first point on the board during this game. As they work it through the neutral zone, NAHA trying to work it up. And we have offsides. So that will bring it back to the neutral zone here, where we will see the face-off. Taking a look at some of the player stats for the NAHA Red. Looking for a points leader. Our points leader is number 41, Mylin Lefbray. She has 4 points on the year. And second place is tied with quite a few people across the board. Emily Preve has 3 points on the year. Nikki LeGroux has 3 points on the year, as does Lacombe and Gallagher. As play goes down into the corner, NAHA works to clear their zone. Can't quite do it as Philippe flips it behind the end. Working it out of the corner, flips back towards neutral. Picked up by Joyle. Joyle dumps it back towards NAHA's end. Goes back in deep. As Casico takes it around behind her own net, flings it forward. Trying to get it back into neutral and sent long down the ice, and we will have icing. So that will bring it back to the NAHA zone. So with 8 minutes and 18 seconds left here in the second period, we are still tied 0-0, looking for our first goal. As they try to get it off the sideboards. Still jabbing at it. Tasha's there, finally comes away. Stosky tries to do something with it, can't go anywhere. Still in there trying to get control of it. LeGroux finally gets poked away. As NAHA tries to bring it up, LeGroux takes it back behind her net, sends it off the sideboards. It's picked up by Enns. Enns coming in. Nice break up there. She almost had a clear shot going to the goal. Trying to flip it forward, bounces off Lasuk. Lasuk working it up the side, trying to find somebody. Dumps it back. Can't connect. As it's kept in by LeGroux. Finally clearing into neutral. NAHA is able to work it. Dump it in deep. And able to dump it in deep to the Eastman zone. As NAHA works it in front. Pass over to the top of the key. Back over to the top of the key. Pass inside. Trying to make something happen. Shot towards goal. Doesn't go anywhere. NAHA looks to make something happen. Trying to cover it up there. Quick shot towards goal there by number 41 of the NAHA Reds, Mylin Liftbray. But it's quickly covered up by Rempel. And we are still tied at 0-0. So as the refs prepare to drop the puck over on the Eastman side. Quickly taken by Eastman. They work to clear their zone up the side. It's broken up by NAHA. Joyle trying to work it through neutral. Can't hang on to it. Gets tapped away and passed back over to Bonifico. So they work to clear it off the sideboards. Finally coming away with it. Monroe tries to get it. Gets her stick knocked out of her hand incidentally. Picks it up and play continues. NAHA working to clear the zone. Long pass across neutral. Going for Priv. Priv trying to chase it in. But Workington is there. Not letting anything happen. Workington slings it behind. Pushing it over for Purdom. Purdom tries to send it forward, but runs into her own player as NAHA dumps it back towards the Eastman's goal. NAHA, quick, nice centering pass by number 12. Nothing happening, bounces out, another nice pass. Shot towards the goal by number 3. Markovsky, number 12, got a nice shot towards goal. Picking up the rebound and putting it back towards goal was Casiko. But neither one was able to sneak through. As Casiko brings it up the right side. Pushing it back into neutral. Cross the ice pass, dumps it in deep. It's picked up by Grossman. Grossman tries to sling it around to Workington. Can't make contact. Workington still trying to work it out of her zone. Workington slings it back behind the net. It's picked up by Grossman. Grossman trying to sling it forward. Goes forward past Dundas as it dribbles into the NAHA red zone. Picked up by Fancy, who slings it forward as it dribbles towards the Selectman. Wisely batted off by Rempel. as Philippe sends it long towards the neutral zone, but it's picked up by NAHA. Pass towards neutral, broken up by Slex. Here comes Grossman, skating across, trying to find something happen. Shot towards goal, deflected off by Ponanth. Another shot towards goal, picked up by Stosky. Looks like we have an offsides penalty coming up here. So we'll see the puck being dropped. As Eastman tries to work it up, picked up by Tosh. Passes it back over to Workington. Workington pushing it forwards for Lesuc. Can't quite get it past. Lesuc finally clearing it towards the corner as it's chased down by Casico. Casico long ringing pass round over to Slate. Forward pass now. Quick cross pass, quick shot just off the right goal post. That shot by number 13, Emily Preve, went just high off the right goal post. Great look there. We could hear that one. Want to thank Zach Neubauer for putting out these awesome mics so we can hear the action as well as see it. As NAHA takes control of it in the neutral zone, pushing it back towards a small breakaway. Tries to wrist it in as number 34, Bruner, but it gets deflected off. Joyle taking it from behind the net, trying to push it forward to Lesuc. Nobody there, decides to pass it back to Workington instead. Joyle working it up the right side, dumps it deep into the NAHA zone as Ham's there chasing it down. Quick centering shot gets deflected away again. As Ham tries to clear it, can't get it out there. We're seeing some good physical play by both of these girls' teams. Grossman slings it out to neutral. Trying to clear the zone right on the blue line. And we have a penalty, I believe, coming up. I apologize, it is an offsides again. So with 1:59 left to play in the second period, we're still all tied up 0-0. As the effort put in by both of these teams has been fantastic. We've seen some great play, even though we haven't seen any goals. Lots of great hard skating, good checks, and fantastic passing between several of the girls' teams. As NAHA takes it and pushes it up the rink. Enns takes it behind her own goal. But it gets taken away, centered on, and quickly covered up by Rempel. As Enns tried to do a little reverse pass there, dribbled in front of her own net. In dangerous territory right there in the crease and was quickly and smartly covered up by Rempel. So we will see a face-off here in the Eastman's side, just to the left of the goaltender. As NAHA comes away with it, looking to make something happen. Quick shot towards goal by number 42, gets bounced away. On the rebound shot was number 13, couldn't quite get it there. Slex try to push it back out towards neutral. NAHA not having any of it as they keep it in. 13 decides to sling it back. Shot forward towards goal by number 11. Slate went a little wide left there. As Eastman sling it around back towards neutral. Slate bringing it back into neutral, trying to work it back in. But it gets taken by number 19, Ham, all by herself, but it just gets past her stick. She had a great opportunity there. Little one-on-one with the goalie, but could not keep control of it. Joyle, big shot towards the goal. Goes wide left. As NAHA works to clear their own zone, and it gets stuck on the sideboards. Pass towards the top of the key. Here comes NAHA into the neutral zone. Dumps it in deep to the Eastman zone. As it's pushed forward by Eastman. Trying to make one last raw for it before the period ends. Tosh. And Lasuk working it in the corner. But to no avail. So at the end of the second period, we are still tied 0-0. We will take a short break and step away. Please make sure to join us back here shortly for the continuation of this JWHL hockey game live from Ritter Arena in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Ritter Arena as we get started on third period. Quickly taken by the Eastman. Shot towards goal is quickly covered up by NAHA. That shot towards goal was put on by number 19 of the Selects, Michaela Ham, as we see the face-off on the NAHA side. So starting the third period, we are still 0-0. Both teams looking to get the first one across the crease here. Quick shot towards goal gets deflected away. Shot towards goal by number 3. Ends, does not make it past. Grossman, big slap shot towards, goes wide left. Ends has it on the sideboard, slings it towards the front. Good try there, but it's deflected away by Ponanth. Just worked back up into neutral. Doesn't go anywhere. Big shot towards goal gets deflected off of a NAHA defender. As Monroe tried to send it towards the net, but it did not connect. Now tracing it down into the Eastman side. Purdom with it in the back corner. Poking it out to neutral. Shot towards goal there. Trying a centering shot. Shot towards goal gets deflected away by Lasuk. As NAHA tries to put it on net. Tosh has it on the far side. Trying to work it up and out into the neutral zone. Can't get a pass, but Lasuk is there. Lasuk pushing it into NAHA zone. Goes off her stick, and NAHA is able to pick it back up. NAHA working to flip it back over to neutral. As Stosky is there, trying to work it back in. Stosky can't go anywhere with it. Big shot by Joyle goes towards the net, but it gets high and wide right. As it's brought from back around, across the ice pass to Dundas. Dundas trying to make something happen. As it tries to work behind the net, can't get there. Philippe going after it. Pass by Christensen to Doyle. Doyle dumps it in the corner down to Dundas. Can't get there as Phillip chases after it. NAHA picks it up and pushes it wide towards the neutral. We will have our first icing of the third period, and that will bring it back to the NAHA zone. Taking a look at this weekend's games, Eastman Selects started their weekend with a loss against NAHA Red, 1-3. They then won later that night against Boston, 2-0. And late last night, they tied 0-0 with the Washington Pride. As Eastman takes it, tries to send it towards, gets dumped into the corner. Passed out to the point. Grossman goes chasing after it. Sam tries to work it off the side, trying a little centering pass. Gets knocked away. NAHA bringing it out from behind. Trying to work it back towards neutral. Long cross the ice pass over to Gallagher. As it gets dumped in deep by Slate. Quickly gets covered up by Rempel, and we will have a face-off in the Eastman zone. Taking a look at the NAHA Red this weekend. They started with a win against the Eastman Selects on Friday, 3-1. They then won later that evening against Washington Pride, 3-2. And they also won late last night against the Boston Shamrocks with a score of 5-2. Tosh, centering pass, and it gets gloved up and out of the air by Ponanth. So nice shot right on goal for Tosh, but Ponanth was there to stop it from getting through. As the the Reds work it up the side, trying to get it behind the net. Easy centering shot, tries to go in, but gets flipped away by Eastman. Eastman trying to work it up the right side. As they will let play continue. Bounces back towards Eastman's side. As Purdom brings it up and out. Back into neutral. Borgensen trying to find something to do with it. Can't find anybody. It's passed forward again. Up to Preve. But dumped in deep by Christensen. Back into the NAHA red zone. Philippe with a quick shot towards goal. Just goes high over the left. Nice look there, though, as it came right in front of the crease. She had an opportunity to put it on goal. Trying to work it out. And here comes number 4. Purdom. Excuse me, number 4, Bonifico. Tried to push it towards the Eastman side. Couldn't quite get it in there, and it was quickly covered up by Rempel. Face-off will come here on the Eastman side of the ice, with just under 12 minutes left here to play in the third period. This puck gets dumped in and goes behind the net. Trying to work it back in front is NAHA. Still trying to work it back in front of the net. As it drops down, but it's picked up and pushed back into neutral by Legrue. Legrue trying to work it off the boards. Quick centering pass over to Joyle. Joyle tries to send it through, but it gets hit by traffic. As Eastman tries to center it up again off Workenstick, Joyle sends it towards the net again, but it's beat down by NAHA and flipped to the far end by Lefebvre. So we'll have an icing call that will pick it up and bring it back over to the red side, where we will have the drop. As the puck is dropped, Purdom trying to keep it in, cannot. It goes back deep, and we will have icing again. That will bring it back over to the NAHA side of the board. Taking a look at the standings, NAHA Red is currently on top of the standings with 18 points, followed by the Boston Shamrocks with 8 points, and the Chicago Young Americans with 6. Eastman Selects are down at 6th place right now with 3 points. As NAHA brings it up the right side, gets just right around Purdom, trying to skate hard into the corner. As Stosky tries to clear her zone, no can do. Slings it back behind the net. Trying to push it back up to neutral. NAHA's got it, but sends it in deep. Gets sent back in deep here by Fancy. Sent forward to Stosky. Stosky to Tosh. Tosh across the center line to Phillip. Excuse me, Lasuk. As Tosh and Lasuk work for it in the corner. Now behind the net as they work it out. Tosh trying to get a stick on it. NAHA trying to clear their zone. Here comes NAHA. Passes it up. Nice centering pass forward. Up to Bruner. Bruner trying to send it over to the net, but it gets deflected away by Rempel. Tosh flings it forward for Stosky. Stosky, long pass into the corner as the Eastmen make a line change. Centering pass by NAHA gets broken up and pushed back into their own zone, as it gets chased down by Michaela Ham, excuse me. Workington in on it. Trying to keep it up, cannot do so. Ham working behind the net. Joyle almost able to keep it in the zone, but it breaks out. Workington sending it back. Big shot up for Monroe. Monroe trying to work it. Trying to find somewhere to go, but there's NAHA players all around. Quick shot towards goal by number 19. Ham goes high over the bar, over the goal. As it gets stumped back in deep behind the goal. Chasing it down is Bonifico. We'll push it back out towards neutral. It gets picked up by Purdom, who dumps it in deep. And we will have icing. So with 8 minutes and 37 seconds left here to play in the third period, that will bring the puck back over to the Eastman side of the rink, where they will drop it. Quickly poked away by Eastman. And Eastman's able to get it back into the neutral zone. NAHA picks it up, though, as Graves looks to center it back into neutral. It's picked up by Enns. Enns dumps it in, but it's picked up by NAHA. NAHA, long pass by number 25, Sonia Borgensen. As it goes to the deep far corner, we get an icing call, so that will bring it back over to the NAHA side of the ice for another drop. As the puck goes down, Fancy gets control of it. Tries to send it back around, but it gets intercepted by Eastman. As Lasuk in the corner working with Tosh. Getting trapped along the boards there. Gets flipped out. Tosh fights with it on the sideboard, but NAHA gets it. Trying to clear it out. Long centering pass out to NAHA. Here comes Workington. Trying to work it up the side. Going towards the goal. Little dribble pass gets knocked away. Here comes NAHA. Trying to make something happen, but it gets knocked off her stick by Ham. NAHA stops in the neutral zone, sends it back towards Eastman's side. So they're fighting to get out of the corner there. Sending it in deep is Monroe. Chasing after it is Mason. Can't connect as NAHA picks it up. Trying to send it back towards neutral. As it gets slung up to Borgensen. Tries to send it towards deep. A little shot towards goal there is easily covered up by Rumpel. And we'll have a face-off on the Eastman side, with just 6 minutes and 27 seconds left here to play in the first period. Want to take a moment to thank the JWHL for hiring us local announcers and crew and helping us put together a great production. We've had a blast working with you and getting to know everybody this weekend, and we look forward to working with you more in the future. As NAHA brings it up the side. Trying to work it off the sideboards. Quick pass over to the top of the key. Quick shot by the top of the key. Gets blocked by Tosh. But picked up again by number 11, Slate. And pushed back in. Skating hard after it is Workington. Followed closely by LeBrave. This gets pushed forward to Stosky. Stosky just sends it in deep to the NAHA zone. Pushed here into Eastman zone, but pushed back to the neutral. On the stick of Graves. Graves sending it forward to Cooper. Can't make anything happen. We'll have a delayed penalty coming up here. And they've waved that off. As Christensen fights to gain control of it along the sideboards with Graves. Finally poked out by Philippe. Tries to sling it towards the net. But nobody's home. Philippe tries a little backhander. Can't quite connect. Right in front of it, Dundas gets a nice shot towards the goal. But pad saved off as it gets flipped up and out of bounds. And we will have another face-off coming here. So for most of the teams, this is their last game of the day as they get ready to wrap up this weekend in Minnesota. Go home for a week, have a little week's rest, and then off again. This puck is dropped over to Workington. Back over to Workington. Workington, quick slap shot, gets deflected off NAHA. NAHA working it back up into the neutral. Deflected off. Workington skating hard after it into the corner. Followed closely by Gallagher. Gallagher trying to keep it in the zone. As Privy also trying to keep it in the zone, cannot do so. This works back into neutral. Gets picked up by Bonifico, who pushes it forward. Big shot towards goal by Gallagher. Goes wide left as Eastman pushes it back into neutral. Picked up by Bonifico. Passes it across the ice. Bonifico again. Sending it up into the neutral zone. Now LeBrave trying to make something happen. Tries to put a little shot on goal, but is easily covered up by Rempel. Have a little stoppage in play here, and we'll have a face-off on the Eastman side. 3 minutes and 33 seconds left here to play in the third period. As it goes off the Schleckman stick. Skating hard after it is NAHA. Trying to put something on goal. Schleckman working it around. As Grossman pushes it up the ice. Being chased down by Lasuk. Lasuk can't get there. Enns flips it back towards neutral, back towards the NAHA zone. As it gets packed up. Big, nice cross pass by Lasuk right over to Stosky. Had a great opportunity there. Tried to put it right on goal. But got deflected off. Enns keeps it in there again. Quick cross pass over to Workington. Workington looking to make something happen. Doesn't see an open lane. Passes it inside. Tries a little reverse shot there. But gets deflected off. Lasuk tried to do a little backhander. Didn't quite get it there though. Workington again at the blue line. Passes it over to Enns. Enns, quick shot towards the center. Gets broken up by NAHA. NAHA fighting to keep control of it. And here comes Privy down the side. Big shot towards goal, and it's good. And Privy getting the first goal of the game, coming at 2 minutes and 5 seconds in the third period. Was able to capitalize on the confusion that was happening in the neutral zone and took it down, got a little bit of a breakaway, and was able to sling it right into the net. So at 2 minutes and 5 seconds, first goal of the game is credited to number 13, Amelia Privy. As the teams call a 30-second timeout. to go over some strategies. We want to remind everybody to check out JWHL.org for all of your Junior Women's Hockey League news and updates. It's a great site. On there you can find information about the teams, rosters, schedules, stats. For media, we've even got some headshots on there of players. For those of you who want to do some awesome interviews with our up-and-coming athletes. If you have a question and it's not on there, make sure to contact us, and we will do our best to get information to you as quickly as possible. Again, that is JWHL.org. Also want to take this opportunity to thank the University of Minnesota for opening up their campus to the JWHL this weekend. We've had several games over this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at both Mariucci Arena and Ritter Arena. It's a great opportunity for the girls to play on big sheets of ice, get a good experience traveling around, see what it will be like when they do make it to the collegiate level, and are facing opponents all across the country. As we get ready to drop the puck here. Quickly taken by Ham. Ham trying to work it up the middle. Can't get anywhere. Lasuk passes it. Dumps it back. Lasuk again on the side. Cross pass over to Enns. Enns over the top of the key. Tries to flip it in. But it's broken up by NAHA. Lasuk again on the sideboards. Tries to dump it in deep to Dundas. Goes just past her stick. As Lasuk chases it down. As they fight to get it off the sideboards. Finally, NAHA comes away with it. Long cross the ice pass. Up to Graves, just goes off her stick and goes deep into the Eastman zone. Here comes Dundas, working it up the left side, trying to find somebody. Nobody home, decides to try to dump it off the Tosh, but it gets stolen. Quick cross pass. As the Eastmen pull their goalie to get the extra attacker on the ice. Workington working it out of her own zone, working it up through neutral. Cross the ice pass over to Dundas. Dundas quick shot towards goal, gets blocked away by Graves. A long cross the ice pass. Stosky's able to grab it out of the neutral zone and pushes it forward. Finally gets flipped up. Enns takes it off, sends it in deep to the NAHA zone. Christian is there to stop it. Tries to flip it up behind the net. And we'll get a quick stoppage in play. And we'll have a face-off here on the NAHA zone. 26.6 seconds left to play here in the third period. NAHA Red lead it by a score of 1-0. Puck is down and quickly picked up by Tosh. Tosh tries to flip it, centering pass over to Stosky. Stosky almost had an opportunity. Here comes Workington. Workington, quick shot on goal, glove saved. The nice glove save by Ponanth, who's able to snatch it and stops play. Great effort there as the girls worked it around, got it out to Workington, who had a fantastic look to get it in goal. As the final seconds countdown, Workington sends it towards the goal again, but it gets deflected off to the left. Last chance effort here for Eastman. They try to make something happen. NAHA just sends it wide, and that is the game. So at the end of 3, with 1 goal coming at 2 minutes and 5 seconds in the third period, credited to number 13, Emma Leprevy of the NAHA Reds. The NAHA Reds take this game with a final score of 1-0. We want to thank you for joining us for this JWHL Hockey League game. We'll have another game coming up shortly, so make sure you stay tuned. For everyone here, for Zach Neubauer, the entire JWHL crew in the University of Minnesota, I'm Lisa Senapel, and we'll see you later.